Skid.
Ready to Diana's Draw Stream. We are here with a few of my friends getting ready to draw. So we have T Mac, who is here, and we have Rick from Cross Comics, and we have Terry from Mighty Geek Studios. And tonight we are featuring the Phantom. You guys, he's back from like the 1930s, right? Is that what that is?
Further
Like
back, I believe.
Actually,
further
it was
back?
first published in 1936.
In 1936. This would be a great time to have Mike here because he's so knowledgeable about this stuff, right?
But his
So anyway,
his origins set him back further fictionally, right?
Yep.
I'm trying to remember when the first Phantom was created.
First Phantom was created in the 1400s.
There you go. I knew it was way back when. We watched. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say Billy Zane played the 21st Phantom.
Yes, that was what we watched. The movie.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Zane was in it. Remember Diana?
I think so. Oh yes, is that the one that we watched twice?
Yes.
Okay.
Purple suit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really good.
All the Phantoms had a purple suit, I believe.
No, I'm saying that for her sake.
Well, the thing, it's so funny because Terry sent me a picture of Phantom, and I was going to try to sketch for tonight. Like I was going to download it and do all that, but I haven't downloaded it yet. But my pencil was dead, so I'm charging my pencil right now, and then I'll just it's a sketch. It's not like I'm looking at it and doing it freehand, but hopefully by sketching I'll get the feel of it. That neuromuscular training will happen and kick in, and then I can actually draw something good.
What did you just call it?
Neuromuscular training.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, she's describing muscle memory.
It's muscle memory, basically. So you do the same thing over and over again. Your muscles recognize that movement, and you get better at what you're doing. Like driving. Think of driving like when a lot of people first drive, they turn the wheel, and they have to practice it and stuff. But
driving, riding a bicycle, and a few other things.
Yeah, anything
that we take for granted.
Exactly. So I am going to, let's see who's got something going here. So Terry, I'm going to pick on you for the moment. We're going to go to
you gonna pick on me, huh?
Terry, Mighty Geek Studios. I want to see what he's doing. It's so weird because it's always a delay on YouTube. I run over just to see the thing there, And so let's see. We know it's the Phantom because that's the theme of the evening.
Yes.
You're using a light. Cool.
Now, if you really want to hear something interesting, look up Julie Walker.
Julie Walker?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She's the twin sister of the 14th Phantom, I believe. And she also took his place for a while he was injured.
Isn't that crazy? That's just craziness. Yes, I will look that up. Not right now, but I will look that up. All right. So, thank you to Terry for a moment or two. Let's see. Okay, T-Mac, we're going to go to you. All right. So, what are you doing? What you want to talk a little bit about your art?
Chris.
Well, I'm drawing. It's the
we know that much.
You wouldn't have guessed.
That's about what he is. He's the Phantom. My rendition of him, he's quite muscular, probably too muscular now that I look at it, but it's all right. Yeah. Well, and I enjoyed the movie.
It was awesome.
I was going through the old comics that I could find on Google. Really laughed at some of the. It goes back to the whole, beginning of comics when things weren't so, oh, it's got to be this way, it's got to look that way. The house styles were different, I guess, is what I'm getting at. So
Well,
art that we don't use today was bigger in the yesteryear.
Right.
King Features had a thing that every character had to look unique in some way.
Yeah, they did have signature looks.
Yeah.
And I think the Phantom really had that too.
Mm-hmm.
Very basic, but very unique.
Mm-hmm.
The Phantom was the first to wear the mask without the
Oh, really?
so that you couldn't see his eyes.
Oh, that was another really funny thing in the scene. Oh my goodness. Oh my
But
goodness.
before that was what? Maybe the Shadow with the
Shadow with the handkerchief. The Shadow, remember the
Wasn't
Western
it the
Bandit.
clock that had the handkerchief, not the Shadow?
The Shadow had the handkerchief also.
Hmm.
Amazing. Of course, if you've ever cosplayed, you know how hard it can be to truly make one of these silly masks.
It is.
That's why you just buy the cheap ones.
Even though the mask is simple, it is hard to make.
I think so. I do. I think so. I'm like,
You know what? I'm going to tell a little story real quick, Diana.
okay.
So,
don't tell me you tried.
we were watching the Phantom movie, and then at the end of it, when he takes his mask off for what's her face,
yeah,
I think her name was Diana too, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
So he takes his mask off, and all of a sudden, of course, the black eye makeup disappears, and he's not wearing black eye makeup.
He was when he had the mask on. That's the thing.
We had to rewind it and look real close, and I'm like, see, it was so cool. It was that moment of like, because they did the same thing with the Batman, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, with the Batman, when he took off his mask, he still had the eye makeup on.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that, but yes, it certainly came off with the Phantom.
Everybody loved the Batman for that.
Well, yeah, with the Phantom, it just disappeared. It was crazy. Yeah. It was like magical eye makeup.
That's funny.
He wiped it away as he took off his mask.
I want makeup.
You could say that. You could say that because he did wipe his forehead before, after he took off his mask. So
you're right. So, guys, I have Rick featured right now, who's working on his Phantom. He's got it there. And I see you look like you're in a rough sketch mode right now, Rick.
Yeah, well, I did a rough sketch. I'm going over the rough sketch right now with a slightly better sketch.
Yeah, okay. I see it now. All right, cool. Very good.
So you want to know
if I take it away? You see what the new is.
Oh, right.
I'm probably gonna do.
Gotcha.
A little bit better on top of that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Cool. That's awesome. Very cool. All right. We're gonna exit that, and we'll just go back to whatever it is without that. There we go. So it seems like it's a pretty quiet night tonight. We don't have any viewers at this moment in time, but that's okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, last time I checked, you guys are up to 13 subs.
Yeah, I know. It's very sad.
Well, I'm not too worried about it. We're going out on shows soon.
Yeah.
And then we can start promoting person to person.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that we're dead in Comicsgate, which is neither here nor there. I'm like, whatever. So I'm like, yeah, let's go out and burn the publicity stunts. Let's do our thing.
Yeah. Why do you say you think you're dead in Comicsgate?
Because aside from you, my friend, there's not a lot of activity we see from them at all.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know if I'm sure I've upset a few people because I don't care, I'm like, whatever, I'll say whatever I want. But in prospecting, looking at the coming months, we definitely need to make some connections offline with new just new venues. Not that I'm abandoning anything, because we do
Yeah.
love the people we know, but it's like, yeah, I'm not going to keep beating that dead horse. It's
Yeah. It's yeah, because you need to, comic skate has been great or is great, however you want to say it, but at the same time, if they're not buying, you have to make other connections, yeah,
Right.
yeah, you obviously, and just like me, we don't care who buys it, just as long as they buy it.
Right.
right. My problem is I say too much when I should keep my mouth shut, and then I
Yeah.
probably don't say enough when I should speak up, and then I
Oh,
get all confused and discombobulated. I like to hold it all on myself too. I don't blame them; it's me. That's cool.
yeah.
that
Well,
way, that way, I know that I can always, keep pushing on through the next one.
Yeah. Um. So, what did you think of my video, my review?
I actually got a few laughs out of it, because I thought when I saw the comments were disabled, I was like, "Oh no, he's getting crap already." But
yeah.
I liked how you put it. You liked the story, but it just didn't grab you as a number one issue. I think that's a difficult thing to do at 96 pages too.
Yeah.
If
Story
depending
was
on what you're trying to do.
Rick. What story are you talking about?
Well, I read Isom #1 by Eric July over the
Okay.
weekend, and I did a video today recording my little bit of review, my you know what I thought of it and all that.
Yeah.
It's about a 6-minute video, you know, you know, and I do it with no spoilers, you know. So, I didn't even realize he was doing #2, and I put it up. It hasn't got as much traction as I thought it would yet, but you know,
Yeah.
if it does or doesn't, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I actually got I think I got a subscriber out of it though, because I
Mhm.
put it up and I went up one subscriber.
Hey.
Nice.
One
That
is a lonely number, but
yeah. Well,
two
One
can
uh,
be as
is
bad
the
as one.
loneliest number
yeah.
that you
Yes,
ever could.
Terry got it. Terry got it.
But I'm slowly going up lately, so that in itself is good. I'm doing the shorts. You
Yeah.
know,
Yes,
you
that's
know.
been really good. I've seen those. That's a great idea. And so I think anybody that is doing anything like that, um, they uh, you get more traction. Obviously, you know.
Yeah, I think I've gotten one or two. Like last week, just after, I think it was just after I put up the first one, but I didn't get this many subs, or I didn't get this many views on it. I put up the first one, and then from Thursday night to Friday, I end up getting like 18 subs.
Wow.
But I didn't get that many views on the first one. The second one, I got like I've gotten 149 views, and the ones since haven't been as good in views.
Right.
They haven't even hit 100. But
Yeah.
it is what it is, and that's fine. If even if I start, get a few views out of it, and then people one person subscribes every day or every other day, it's going to
Well,
build me up, right?
yeah, you're still building your audience and still working on your thing, just like we are. Um, it's it's interesting because it seems like, oh, it's so easy, just post every day, and you are, and it's not like your numbers are growing tenfold. It
Yeah,
takes of effort and it's in time. You know,
yeah.
you really
There was one time I was except for Sunday, pretty much I was posting every day, and I was doing a live stream twice a day. You know,
hmm
I was being consistent, and it got me something. But then there came a point where it's just like, yeah, wasn't getting me anything.
exact. Not really. I mean, what is your goal? What is your goal for us? It's to get our comics out there into the readers' hands to sell some
Yeah,
books. Um, for me, anyways, I don't know. I shouldn't speak for Chris, but
I
that's
want to make 1.3 million plus a dollar.
Mm.
uh, uh,
You still haven't given that one up, huh?
Heck, I'm
No,
thinking about going. What was July's
3 million,
3.7
3.5
million
million.
now?
Three and
I
a
think
half million. Mhm.
I think it's up to 3.7 now.
okay.
Yeah, but he's doing a new one, so it's what's this one gonna get? In less than 24 hours, this one is already at like 700,000.
Yeah, that sounds like a good gimmick.
It wasn't a gimmick for him. He wasn't expecting it to do that well.
Oh no, it's a gimmick for me though. If I do anything with that, it's all gimmick.
I know.
I got to find a
I'm
way to get our name out there. And I thought about like doing a nude calendar, but I'm
uh,
really ugly, so that would not work, and my wife would probably not allow it.
Why
well,
would you?
you could do a calendar starring all of your characters from from the Hero Shack universe.
I
Uh-huh.
could.
You know,
Yeah,
That's what Xenoscope does. They do cosplay issues, military tribute issues.
no, what you do is get somebody to cosplay as your characters and take pictures of them.
All
No,
right.
you cosplay as your your characters and
We need
take
to.
pictures.
All right. No, we just need to find a one-eyed guy. That's number one because that's our flagship guy. Diana, are you taking notes?
Yeah,
One-eyed guy.
yeah. That's not nice, Christopher.
Well, we have to find a Cyclops.
We just make
What do
him
you have against one-eyed guys?
nothing. But it's not just a one-eye guy. It's an eye. A guy with a head that looks like an eye.
Right. Honey, don't embarrass me. We can't discriminate.
You guys, stop.
Stop what? What are we doing?
How are you guys getting blamed for my shenanigans? That's what I love.
I know.
Wait a minute now. I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, you guys stop.
What did I do? I do nothing.
It's like. Sorry,
Be
guys.
like the kids from the thirst, but I ain't even do nothing.
Was it me? Why are you yelling at me?
Quit touching me.
I ain't touching you.
That was my favorite one growing up.
Whoops.
Mom, she's touching me. She's all the way across the other side of the car. She will reach across and touch me just so I will yell at her.
Yeah.
Just so that mom will tell me to knock it off.
Yep, you're right.
That was how it was growing up.
That is so funny.
It was a lot of fun, even though neither side would admit it.
Right?
Well, we do now, but back then, yeah, we wouldn't admit that. No,
We wouldn't admit we was having fun annoying each other.
heck no. I hated
And
that.
we all said we decided to tell mom just to see what she'll do.
I knew what she'd do. I always got the short end of that stick.
Mm,
I was always, she was the baby, so
yeah.
I understood that after a while. Big brother was going to get it. That was just how it went.
You always got the short end of the stick.
Yeah. Or the
And
business end of it, depending on how you look at it.
At least half the time I actually deserved it, but sometimes, no, not so much. But that was her big superpower,
She can always get Big Brother in trouble.
Yeah.
And now that you look back on it, you laugh about it a lot.
Yeah. I kind of miss those days when I was
Yeah.
just that powerful that I could take all that heat and not freak out. Life was just fun.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're young, everything you're just powerful. Nothing touches you when you're young.
Hey, look.
At least in your mind.
In your mind, you're like Mighty Mouse, Underdog, and the rest of them.
Yeah, that's true. All right, let's see. I gotta make like a background that's cool here.
Yeah, I'm coming to.
Let's see what I can come up with. I don't like that right off the bat.
Right, we'll go right into circle again. I'm going to look at Terry because I started.
Yeah.
So let's see how Terry's doing over here. Terry, that looks great.
Thank you.
That's looking very
This
good.
isn't the first time I've drawn the ghost who walks.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I drew him a lot today to try to get a feel for his character.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't draw him much all week long. I've been focusing on Cyclopean 5.
Yeah. All right, we'll go to T-Mac and see what he's up to.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Oh, there we are. Oh, interesting. You've got him in his purple little leotard.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about him. There's not a lot of detail unless you want to go like ultra detailed in the seams and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I really didn't want to do too much seam work.
No.
You gotta remember.
Color.
You gotta remember this character became popular in the newspapers.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm doing the sketch that Terry sent over. Working on that right now.
All right.
It's total tracing, but it is what it is.
You do it.
Do you know what we do? Because like really, what we end up doing is we do rough sketches and then trace our own rough sketch until we get a happy.
Until we get that happy form that we want. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
That's what
Diana,
anchors do. They trace.
That's true. That's true.
That is very
a
true.
good anchor can add so much. So like we can't just sell out anchors.
Yeah.
Like what's his name? Scott Williams, the guy who does Jim Lee's stuff.
Oh yeah.
I would love. Like I'm enjoying this. This is very cool. This is fun to do for me.
Hey,
like this.
That's the whole point.
This whole sketching thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the iPad is nice for me because obviously it's easier.
Mm-hmm.
The picture when I downloaded it came a little grainier, but I think it would be.
It's probably because you zoomed it up. The resolution changed.
Yeah, you have to be careful with that.
It's okay.
Are you going to show what you're doing?
Yeah, I will when I'm done.
Oh,
You guys want me to show you now? Oh, all right. I didn't even think about that. Duh. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to take you off of solo. I am going to put me on solo. Oh, I guess I got to start the cam. Then, I'm just going to hold it up like this. Whoops. This is what I got. Can you see it?
I see it.
I see it. Wow. Nice.
So
you're tracing that?
Yeah.
Did you make it? Did you turn the opacity down on the one layer? That way you can, or are you just doing one layer, not two?
I have, the first layer is the image. The very first layer is the image. The second layer is this just basic.
What you're looking at is her tracing of the Phantom.
Okay,
very good.
I just wasn't sure whether, because she's fairly close to done, it looks.
Yeah, well, no, I've got to do now all the chest muscles and stuff. So I'm getting ready to do that now. I'm going to take you. So that's what I'm doing. I'm drawing, guys. Isn't that fun?
Well,
yes, it is.
Oh, yeah. There's nobody in the chat. There's nobody. There's two people watching us. So who's ever out there, it's okay. Hello, welcome.
Hello, welcome.
Yeah, we're having a great time drawing the Phantom, a 1936 superhero character, which is very cool. If you haven't seen the movie, you want to check it out. I don't remember the name of the actor, but Chris does.
I have, and
I've seen it.
I'm your other viewer.
Oh,
welcome, Rick. It's good to have you watching.
Oh, who said I was watching?
Hey now.
I said I'm your other viewer. I didn't say I was watching.
Now, you're breaking my heart.
I have to watch what I'm doing in my drawing.
That's funny. And I think the tip on this pen is kind of wonky. I'm just saying.
Put it in the pencil sharpener. That'll bring it back.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Don't. I was kidding.
Change the nib.
Yeah, I can. I will.
No, she's being funny about the pencil sharpener. by agreeing with Chris.
I would have been scared if I heard that little thing go off. Oh, no.
Oh, that would have been fun.
I should.
You should do that just because.
I was gonna say I should do that just because.
Yeah, well, you can't do it right now because
Yeah,
Everybody knows what everybody heard.
You blew it.
but you should set it up for 2 or 3 weeks. You should set it up 2
Yeah.
or 3 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Guys. Okay.
Now.
New.
Dun 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 dun. I think that's the A-Team I was humming.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
Poor A-Team. They've never been so poorly represented.
Well, it depends.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people have poorly represented the A-Team, including that remake that they tried to do in the movies.
I know.
I thought it was
That one
actually
was-
pretty. I thought it was
That one was pretty
good.
good. That one was pretty good.
It was
I
better than
didn't
the
like
Dukes
the-
of Hazzard.
Yeah.
Yo, that was way
Anything was
worse.
better. Anything was better than the Dukes of Hazzard.
I got, they had Angela Simpson. And what's her name? And
Jessica. Simpson.
Jessica.
Thank you, Jessica. And my wife hates Jessica Simpson.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
Don't
I
you
don't-
remember? She was the angel at that one Christmas, and you went, angel, huh? I told her I thought Jessica Simpson was like an angel,
That's
and I was in a lot of trouble. Our first Christmas together. Oops.
just a little.
Do you
Well,
remember that?
it could have been worse.
I know.
You could have gotten in trouble for being
You could have been my
infatuated
next
over
door
a comic.
neighbor.
No.
For reading a certain type of comic book, you could have gotten in trouble for that.
I
I
bet.
know a lot of guys did that.
No, when she met me, I had really kind of given up on comics.
Uh,
I had given up on art. I
Yeah.
had pretty much turned into a napkin artist. Like when I drew, it was just on a napkin for the heck of it. And I regret that, but it's just what happened,
yeah.
And now I just don't do anything but draw and play a few video games. I still play Retro Bowl.
Hmm.
God, I
Sounds
love
very
that.
retro.
Actually.
Very
And
retro indeed.
I will make a video on it sometime because I'm on like my 30th year, which is not a lot actually. I've done more, but my 30th, I decided to do like 30 consecutive seasons, and I'm in the 30th right now. I know it's weird, but I like it.
Hey,
Good. He
Yeah,
likes
one-
you'll do you, and I'm very happy about it.
It's really become just a relaxation exercise. Like some people crack their knuckles. I play a silly football game over and over and over.
Over and over
Over
and
and
over and
over
over
again.
again.
Let's see. Did I? Ooh, I like that. All right. Oh, I think I messed it up.
So, Christopher, tell me something. Do you think you can create a character like the Phantom?
Yeah, I could. Actually, I think if you really think about it, he's such a like a basic character in terms of design
Mhm.
that he's easily replicated. Like I think Rick said it last week. He joked about the buckler,
Yeah.
and I actually thought about doing a battle scene with Phantom and the buckler because they look so similar. Not exact, but similar. Same idea. Very, very much of the same archetype,
Mhm.
Yeah. I wouldn't
And I
say
think,
same archetype, but yeah, similar. And actually, I'm not the first person to joke about the Buckler and the Phantom looking alike.
Oh, I've done
yeah,
that.
I
I've
mean,
done that several
Dillard's
times.
got that so much that it's not funny.
yeah, I don't
It
think it's
stopped being
anything
funny.
Dylan can ever be ashamed of because Buckler definitely has his own look and he's very cool. But I'm like, when I was looking at the two of them, I was like, oh yeah, there's some similarity, and it's because that's the kind of like the kind of costume he has, the kind of mask he has. This, the now Buckner, the Buckler is a little bit grittier, I would say. He's
Yeah.
definitely like the rough side of the laundry bag.
Well, if you want to go there,
Well, like
Yeah.
if Buckler was underwear, he'd be like 2 months from getting shelved out and new stuff coming in, whereas Phantom's like always fresh because he just replaces himself.
hmm yeah,
Yeah. And to think, the buckler was created because of the Canadian Shield.
I
it was.
know.
It was, and it was started out as a joke. Then he just ran with it.
He just said, "Hey, this is pretty cool. I think I'm gonna do it."
Yeah,
I
something
think
like
that's
that.
what
Well,
happened.
he examined the character after the stream that he sort of created him on, and it's like
Yeah,
he's like, it just works.
It did. It's one of those things that just happens, and it worked.
that's funny.
It's very
We call,
special.
we call that taking inspiration from an existing character. Because at that time, the Canadian Shield was already existing.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen. I think I've seen him again on, at least on Ethan's streams. The cuts that I see, which
Yeah.
without a doubt can only benefit him to get him some exposure.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. He's a good talent.
Dillard, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
John
Dillard.
Dillard.
We actually have books by him, multiple books
Yeah, no, I know.
and covers. That's kind of funny because really, y'all use them so much. Y'all being a lot of different people that I've discovered. Oh, I bought the Dillard cover. Oh, I did it again. Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
It's almost like the default. If there's a Dillard variation, I'm
Yeah.
trying to get it. I'm trying to get it. He actually came in once and kind of he didn't scold me, but remember he was talking about his late book? And at
Yeah,
that time I was like, late books suck. People who late books suck. He's like, I'm wicked late. I'm like, oh, you don't suck, but late books suck.
Yeah.
I remember that. He cracked me up.
He thought you was joking with him.
No,
Yeah.
well, you know what? In a way I was, but like
That's
in a way
what,
I wasn't, but like I didn't mean it against him. I was actually just harping on a few things, but I like Dillard.
Yeah, he's
Dillard,
a
he's
good
one of
guy.
the. Yeah.
he strikes me
Although,
as solid.
don't tell too many people that he doesn't want you to ruin his reputation.
Yeah, really, right?
Yeah.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
So the reason I'm so quiet, guys, because I'm finishing up. I'm trying to get it done. Okay, a little switching here.
Oh yeah, the reason I'm so quiet is because I'm working hard.
I know you.
Because you're hardly working.
I'm trying a couple of different colored things. I don't usually do this much.
Well,
I kind of like the look.
the one variation, his costume is blue, but you can only get that overseas.
His costume's blue.
Mm-hmm. In the Norse countries, his costume is blue.
I
Huh.
wonder if I can mess with that. Let's see. Might screw up everything here. Yeah, look at him. Look at
Even
him.
though this character was created in the United States,
I can
Yeah,
see.
because he's based, well, in Africa, I
Yes.
believe.
Now he is. Before he was based in New Zealand at
Yep.
one point. Indonesia at another.
I think in the movie it referenced that, didn't it, Chris?
Well, it referenced his origins, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
The thing with him is like there's like what? I don't know how many. 20 something, 30 something.
Well, if you're gonna include current year, you're looking at the 23rd Phantom.
There
The
you
Wow.
go.
24th Phantom was in the cartoon series Phantom 2040.
He's never really taken off with the modern audience though, huh?
Not really. Not really, because here in the States, he's still printed in newspaper strips.
Oh.
Well, he's
Majority,
got a few comic books out there, though.
yeah. Majority of his canon stories in the U.S. is in newspapers.
That's kind of a neat accomplishment though.
Yeah.
Maybe not the most productive one, but it's neat.
Mhm. Well, then again, King Features Syndicate is worldwide, so since they
Right.
now own it, anyone who wants to publish it has the option of buying comic book rights for it.
Honey, can we do that?
Yeah.
Can we buy the comic book rights
There's
for the
just,
Phantom?
there's just one catch, though.
What's
Yeah.
that?
In each issue, you have to tell the Phantom's origin in the beginning.
Really?
Yes, because depending on when you said it, you probably won't be dealing with the same person.
Right.
So you could probably make up a year and do your own version.
Yeah,
Is he open source? Is he public domain?
not quite.
Okay, I'm not touching it anymore, else I'll screw it up. I'm going to sign it on the bottom, though.
All right. I'm almost done. I'm going to show you guys what I've done, which is nothing like what you guys are doing, obviously.
It's not all that different either, though.
Yeah.
Not really.
You should never be ashamed of your work, dear.
Never.
Thank you.
I'm gonna tell you this once and once only. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Good. It's not.
I don't know why people have this obsession with perfection.
Right?
I know why I have it. When I was growing up, I had no idea that my heroes had secrets. I had no idea that, like, Frank Miller was using Xerox machines to create graphics. I really didn't. I had no idea. Like, there were times when they would actually use typeset lettering to make like effects and buildings and signs and stuff. I thought the letterers were incredible, and they are incredible. Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
But
you
I
can,
had no idea the
you
shortcuts
can take
that
a
anybody was taking.
photograph and copy paste everything.
Whoo!
Oh, in the pros, there were all sorts of tricks. Okay, and they would use every single one of them to get through their quick turnarounds. And I didn't know that. So, like, a lot of times I'd be looking at an artist and just freaking out and then find out, well, he hired like a background artist.
Mm-hmm.
What? What do you mean he hired a background artist? Oh, yeah.
You
He
know how
would just block out where he wanted, and the guy would go in and draw the detail. Get the hell out of here. Nope, that's what he did. Oh, my God. You're like the things you would hear.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna let you know another little secret. You know all those backdrops of New York in Marvel Comics?
Yeah.
They're all traced for accuracy.
I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that one bit. And I used to not realize that, you know?
Mm. If you go to the comic in an actual city, most 9 times out of 10, every structure in that book is traced as far as the city.
Well, I can tell you with the 3D programs available now,
Mm-hmm.
if I had the resources, I could go out and buy a program and literally buy models of cities.
Yeah.
And literally just take line art off that. Like, you could literally.
You could.
God, literally one more time, somebody slap me. but you could take files out of that and just run your thing through it.
Mm-hmm.
There have been city ideas that I've had, and I considered taking a screenshot of a PS4 Spider-Man game so I could
Okay.
get the perspective right, because it was just right there on the screen.
Yeah.
Instead, what I did, I ended up mapping out squares and then using that. But
Well, you know what? You could almost use Google Earth now because a lot of
Exactly.
they have a lot of
can.
the buildings in 3D or whatever. Even just the pictures, as the car drives around and takes a picture.
Yeah,
You can
it's true. You
manipulate
can.
it a lot.
The thing about it though is the 3D stuff. Oh gosh, if I ever take because you got to learn the apps really. That's what
Yeah.
really holds me back. But if I ever learn a 3D app, it's all on.
This is we're gonna
Yeah.
go around again, and I'm gonna go through my order and see where we're at. We're gonna go to Terry first and see what Terry's
There we
doing.
go.
Okay.
Very sharp.
Ooh, that's wonderful. I did not color mine, by the way.
Everyone, be right back.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
All right. So that looks amazing. All right, let's keep on over to T-Mac. Where are you? Here somewhere.
I'm the guy with the flag.
I see. All right, you have. Ooh, that looks like a cover.
I guess so.
Good. That looks really good too. I love it. You even put a background in it. Very nice.
Well, the background I cheated on. That's just a texture brush with some gradient color.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, well,
It's
it still looks good. All right. So let's
well,
go.
if anybody like, so lately, I'll go ahead.
Let me do Rick first. Then I'll show you mine when we're done. So Rick is so that looks really good, Rick.
Ah, crap.
No, it looks
No,
good.
no, I'm just saying that because I drew the gun and the hand here on the same layer as the.
No, I hate when I do
Oh,
that.
then you got to cut it, and yeah, I hate when that happens. It's such a pain.
Well,
At least you could
luckily,
only had to do it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've lived a life of layers. I feel your pain.
Right. You're looking pretty good. All right, guys, are you
So,
ready?
There's what
guys,
I've
let me
got so
tell
far
you a little
for
bit though.
Goodie.
Right.
So the reason I think it's important we speak up a little bit about what we do is because, let's see, I just finished a comic book club with about 25 kids,
Yeah.
and they are inquisitive and want to know how. And then at the end of last week, this was cool. I was supposed to go in and do a 10-minute presentation about comic books on a career day type project. I ended up going 55 minutes, and the kids just loved every second of it. And what it was it involved sitting in a classroom with a smart board,
Right.
which is about, I think, 72 or 84 inches in diagonal length.
Okay.
And I just started drawing for them and explaining to them like the rules of comics and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
But I think next time I really want to bring my iPad and use Procreate, because there's none of the, like, I could not do the pattern like you see in my thing here with the brushes where it automatically helps the half tone look and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All I could do was line art, but it was funny because they were amazed at how quickly I can pound out a sketch of a character.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, eventually I showed them just a simple sketch of a muscular guy with no details.
Yeah.
And then I turned it into Batman. Then I turned it into Spider-Man. Then I turned it into Superman. And they were like, oh, and I'm like, guys, this is all it is. You start off with the, and so like when we share stuff like this, just in case there is a kid watching, I just want them to know, yeah, this is how it was done. It looks impressive, but it was just a brush and a couple of colors.
Mm-hmm. But it's
I don't know. I enjoy sharing comic book know-how with kids.
Right.
Because I remember when I was doing it, nobody was teaching comic books really. The only thing we really had was how to draw comics the Marvel way, which I still have a copy of, by the way. And little later on, they did some videos. John Buscema and the guys who ended up being from Image, even though they all worked for Marvel at the time. That was funny because there's a video, I can find it for you. I'm sure it's on YouTube.
Right.
But it was Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee, and Rob Liefeld, three of the big major image guys. And they had this whole segment with Stan Lee before they left. And it was almost like, wow. Like I don't think Stan had any idea they were going to go.
Oh, you mean the comic book greats thing that he did?
Yeah.
All right.
It was awesome.
You see what I did?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see it.
It's like Queen Bee.
What do you mean?
Doesn't that sting?
All right, let me
It
get my.
should. It should.
I gotta get the camera. Whoop. Oh my God.
That doesn't look much like the Phantom to me. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, what in the world? No, that's not what I want. Oh, here it is. Okay. So this is the picture that Terry sent me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See it?
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Then let me get my layers in here.
Add the one layer, take away the other.
Okay. So I took away the picture that he sent me. So this is what I did.
Hey,
Looks
not
good.
bad.
What do you think?
I
Looks
might make
good.
an acre of some of my stuff, girl.
Yeah, it was fun. I really enjoyed it. So again,
You could have some fun with inking.
so if I add his picture, so that's his. Whoops, wait a minute. So
I
that's
think
my
I
trace.
think she's got it. Mhm.
And then this here, I'll take this, add this. And that's kind of my rendition. And the copy that I was working from was very pixely and gritty. So
Let me
Yeah.
ask you a couple of questions.
yes,
Do you know what brush you used? Did you use technical pen?
I used fine tip technical pen for all of this. Yes.
Okay, so that's a good foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Next week I'll teach you a little bit about the brushes that taper with pressure. So when you go like around the corners, like in his leg muscle, you can actually get thinner before you end the line.
Gotcha.
And it creates, yeah, you'll love it.
Kinda cool.
You have a good setup for drawing too. I know because that's my old one.
Mhm.
It's really that pen there is the same pen I use, and the iPad is only 2 generations back. It's in good shape.
It's great. Anyways, so that's it. So let me take me off of this. and put my
I'm
hair-
actually really excited that you're using it like that, though. That's really good.
Well, I don't think of doing
Thank
these
you,
things.
Terry.
Terry
Mhm.
picture, and I'm like, yeah, I'll try it. I don't really know what the heck I'm doing, but we'll give it a go. And I did, and it was fun. And it's 10 of 10 now, and I'm finished, so that's good. I used
Well,
it
make
before.
sure that you send it to me so I can post it. Everybody send your art so I can post it, guys. I actually
Yeah.
I have a page that says Mighty Geek Studios and Rick Piper, and there's no art under you guys.
Mm.
I got the one that I did last week that I wouldn't mind sending for.
I'd
Nerd
love to
Wonder.
post it. I think we even have Nerd Wonders art up there now, or we're about to.
I went to go put it up, and I was totally confused. So I'd need you to just kind of sit with me, and let me do it, and just tell me what I got to do, or I need to do more research. To do.
Yeah, it's not hard. It's just going into the page and adding, like I think what threw you off is there wasn't a section for Nerd Wonder, right?
Oh well,
I had already made a section for Rick, Terry, and me, but there's nothing for like additional artists. So
No.
before we go, we should say anybody watching, if you ever want to join us, as
Yep.
long as you're not like a crazy. Well, no, you can be crazy as long as you're appropriate. You're more than welcome to join us
really.
in our art adventures. We
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
We don't mind sharing the spotlight.
I
Nah.
love sharing the spotlight. I wish we had like 10 artists, but we're young, and there are shows that have been doing it much longer. But in time,
Yeah.
one day we'll have many artists.
One day over the rainbow.
That's not.
That's not how that goes.
I couldn't even finish my sentence. I'm like, wait a minute. It's somewhere over the rainbow. and I don't remember the rest of it. So, so I
Now
have no.
there's another song that goes somewhere out there. I forgot how the rest of that one went.
So if we piece this all together, we'll have a whole new song.
True.
Oh,
I gotta say, this is weird for me. I don't usually draw distorted faces like that.
Well,
I
thing
noticed.
is, you're not used to drawing other characters other than your own.
Well, the Phantom is kind of funny because I noticed there were different styles at different times.
Mhm.
This what do you call this thing? This underwear thing with the stripes on it. That
Yeah,
is
but
funky. Like that's a step back a century where like they don't put stripes on the underwear overalls anymore.
they don't put the underwear on the outside anymore.
But when they do, they don't do the stripes, and it's actually so phenomenal. Like I think it's rather common from burlesque and stuff, or maybe from vaudeville. But like
Vaudeville,
for
maybe.
him, it's unique. Like I don't.
no, I
When I
never
see
even
striped
thought of
punks, I
that.
think Phantom. What's that, Diana?
I never even thought of that. Like,
It's highly unique. And like, I wonder if they didn't put it in the movie because they look weird in real life.
That, that was that.
It
I
looks
think that's
weird
what
even in comic books.
it.
If I wasn't so sure that everybody would know exactly where I ripped it off from, I would rip it off. I think I like it. I think it's so unique. I'm like,
It's
You
one of
could
those
just do it.
things.
You could just do it a different pattern.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, guys.
it's just so cool. Like I could work in. So this is gonna. Okay, this is how weird I'm getting, guys. But when I look at stuff, I'm like the wrinkles and clothes and stuff now are starting to be exciting, and like you could really work the stripes of the patterns with the wrinkles of the clothes and get some cool effects.
you can. You want to know why most comic companies only do superheroes?
Why?
Because the costumes are basically you're drawing a naked figure when you draw the costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's and it's easier to do that than to deal with all the wrinkles and the folds of everyday clothing.
But
Oh,
when you start learning the what's the word, like the muscle memory of wrinkles, like it
Mhm.
can become addictive. I've got some practice stuff that I was
Oh
doing,
yeah, no,
and like
yeah,
I
I
had
know
like
that.
a million wrinkles coming off a guy's crotch while he's doing a kick, and I'm like, now it looks like freaking action lines. I can't do that. There's just too many wrinkles. Like what the
I
heck? The
know.
guy just doing an
If
iron
you if you draw a man or a woman wearing slacks, you're gonna have a problem with the crotch area.
every time. Every time. It's like, whoa, because like especially if you're photo referencing, because
Right,
sometimes those wrinkles do some funny things, and if there's a weird
they
bulge
do.
here or there,
right.
all of a sudden your photo reference is funky, and you're
Mhm.
telling your wife, I look, here's the picture. This is where it came from. I wasn't
This
getting
is-
weird.
and she's looking at you like you lost your mind,
Yeah.
and still asking, "Why did you do that?"
I
She does that
know.
to me every day. You lost it. Where's your mind? Go find it.
You didn't lose
Go
it.
put it on before you go to work.
It is 7 minutes down, so I want to take another look at everybody and see what they're doing. So we're gonna peek in at Terry, and Terry has added some color, which is really cool. Purple is one of my all-time favorite colors. It's been like that since I was a kid. I've always loved
That's another thing about the Phantom.
Mhm.
The color.
The color.
Yes.
Yeah.
Color is
Very
amazing.
unique.
Well,
Yep.
I had to put the skull cave in the background somewhere.
Well, it looks
Good
great.
idea. I didn't even think of that.
He goes against Stan's thing about doing, good guys and, the primary colors and
Yeah,
bad guys and,
secondary color.
yeah.
Yeah.
Although I'm not really big on that myself. I just do what I think is going to look best for the character.
So that looks really cool, Terry. I appreciate that. That looks good. Let's get you off. Let's see what Mr. Rick is doing. And what do we have here? I'm going to go and, oh, it looks awesome. You're getting there. You've almost got it pretty much.
Yeah.
Pull it out a little bit. Oh, yeah, that looks great.
There's without the.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Just working on the last leg and foot.
Yeah, cool.
Although I'm going to probably end up rushing this last leg.
Yeah,
And it's probably not going to look as good as it should.
that's all right. You make sure you send it if you guys want, because we're going to put it underneath your little page thingy that we did. Right, Chris?
Okay.
Their art is going.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, what Chris was
I'm
doing.
messing with mine while I talk. I'm sorry.
All right, and you guys already saw mine. It's not worth doing anything with it now. And then let's go.
Yours needs to go up too. We need to have a little section for Diana.
There we go. He has
We'll
finished
call
it.
it Diana's inking.
Mm-hmm.
Diana's inking, huh? We're demo Diana inks. There we go.
So this is my contribution this week to the Phantom.
I like it.
I kind of like it. It actually demonstrates some of the stuff I'm trying to do more of, which is dynamics through foreshortening,
Yeah.
intentional like head tilts and stuff for attitude. Real fun stuff of drawing, where you get personality out of your stuff.
Yeah. Good.
Just like Cheese Whiz, right? Because it adds personality.
Ah,
Especially bacon and cheese whiz like that. Oh,
so,
forgive me.
Now
my
you
dear.
know what Cheese Whiz was made for, right?
guys, what are we going to do
Inhaling?
next week? What have we
Oh, I don't know.
Next week. Let's see now.
Well, I did suggest maybe to cash in on the popularity. I don't know whether it'll work or not. Doing Isom because he is running his second campaign.
I don't know who that is, Chris.
I'm down with Isom. Well, Isom is basically. Hang on. Let's pull up a picture of him, and I'll show you.
Here, I can do it a little easier for you. There we go.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, if you
Yeah,
look at
right.
if you look at me, I've already got the comic here, right in front of me,
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute here. Let me
by
get you.
Eric July.
Hold on.
The
Hold that up.
Ripperverse.
I got to get you. Oh, yeah. You are already. Are you on solo? No. I want to put you on solo. Ice home.
Isom?
Ice. Like in icicles or something?
I don't know exactly.
It's not Islam, right? It's Isom.
I think it's Ism or Isom. It's hard to say. We'll have to.
I say Isom. It's not.
Most people say Isom. That's the thing.
Okay.
He's got videos where he says it, so we'll just confirm that.
Okay. So Isom is our. And who's the guy that wrote it?
Eric July.
Oh, okay. That's why the name is. All right. So that's our thing.
Yeah, they named the month after him.
Because he's that good, right? So, guys, that's not something I'm going to be able to do. I'll be honest with you.
No.
You can ink.
Well,
Yeah, again,
Well,
it's just the same thing as you just get an image and you trace it.
You know what? You know what? Diana knows this. I'll do sketches of this guy this week. We'll save one of the best ones, and you can actually ink that one.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, we got a game plan, baby.
Okay. So,
well, it's like this.
You just have to
Diana's
make sure you put. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Diana's gonna be an artist by the time we're done with her.
yeah, maybe. Well, I'm an artist in different manners.
And if you're looking at the screen I'm sharing,
Yeah.
as you can see, he has other characters involved with him. So it's not necessarily just him. There's like a blonde chick with cool boots, and there's green people, green outfitted people.
Alpha Core, they're called.
Alpha Court. See, Rick has read it. Oh, this is what, Yara? So
yeah,
that's
I'm
the
not sure how
blonde.
to pronounce her name.
And there's the shirt. See the wrinkles? Dear God. Ripperverse, you got wrinkles, brother. I love wrinkles. There's the alpha core, right?
Yeah. Well, if you go on the campaigns, he's doing his second campaign at the moment too.
Okay.
Well, let's see. Maybe the week after we can do One Punch Man, which I know Diana will be able to draw
Oh,
because the art is so simple.
How come it didn't go there, Rick?
I don't know.
Look at that. I'm trying to get there. Is he having server trouble again? Remember last night they broke it? There it goes.
Ah.
I bet you they were getting lag on it because this page has been so hot.
Yeah, almost 800,000 as you see there, 770,000.
Wow. Was the first one good?
I heard the first one's really good, but it's not quite a number one issue.
The first one nearly broke the internet.
Yeah, it got
Really?
300 million.
Making $3 million in 24 hours. No, that's
Really?
normally that doesn't. Yeah, normally that doesn't happen.
I guess I should check this guy out. So is he
You know-
from Moscow or something?
No. He's a guy that has run a YouTube channel for quite some time.
Yeah,
And he has
And
done a
he-
lot of commentary on some political stuff and some, DC and Marvel stuff.
and he really tears Marvel and DC a new one over the political inserts.
Wait a second. Is this the guy that wasn't an artist and did that thing? Is that the guy?
Possibly.
He's a writer, not an artist.
He's a writer.
No, he did the comic book that went explosive and he doesn't normally.
Well, this is the one. Yes, you've heard me listen to
Yeah.
a couple of guys who were bitching about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is, it,
Yeah, that's him.
is he a
It's
black
weird
guy?
because
Yeah,
Yep.
he's
Yeah,
a
he's
black guy
black.
himself.
Okay, I know. He did not. Is this the book that he made all that money off of, the first one?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, 3 million.
3 million
3.5 million.
in 72
So
hours.
my thing with Eric.
Well,
Here's
no.
my thing with Eric. Okay, and I actually have friends who don't seem to like him
This
at
is,
all.
this is why. This is part of the reason why Chris wanted to make $1 million, $1 million plus
Yeah.
a dollar.
Yeah,
That was
it
the
is
other
part of
reason.
I actually look at Eric and I'm like, I don't care how he did it. I don't
I'm
care.
going to do it.
People
I'm
think
going to do that.
he actually did it and delivered, and that's more than a lot of the pros have done. And I'm
True.
like, bravo, brother. Like, God knows, I wish I had your problems. I don't understand the disdain for him, except sometimes that he kind of asks for it. Sometimes he can be kind of mouthy back, but that's neither here nor there. In my personal opinion, I look at it and I'm like, gee, I wish I had his problems.
Yeah, I wish I had that money for my comic books.
Yeah.
I wish I had those people upset over whether or not my comic was well written. I'm like, wow, at least people are reading your stuff, brother. Amen. I'm like, holy cow, that's great.
Well, the thing is, before he decided to do it, a lot of his subscribers were saying that he should create a comic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
He sort of did the same thing Richard Meyer did,
Right. Because that's
Oh,
you
that's
wanna
what led Richard
complain-
Meyer to do Jawbreakers.
Yeah, people said, "Oh, you want to complain about this? Well, how about you go make your own comic book and see how good it is, or something
he
to
went,
that
Right.
effect." And
He
he's like,
did it.
"Okay,
He
Here you
did
go.
it, and he made what 200,000 on the first issue of Jawbreakers.
something like that." I don't know. I wasn't quite following Comic State stuff at that point, or I hadn't heard about it really.
it was quite
Right.
high.
So, guys, it is now 10:04, and I am going to kill our stream. I'm going to end it. Not kill it.
You're gonna murder the stream?
That
Please
was
don't-
very, very
shoot.
bad.
Well,
That's it.
I got friends
That's
in
it.
high places.
It's a very bad choice of words, and I do
I
apologize.
will call on you. You will be in trouble, young lady.
We didn't have much action in the chat, but that's okay. It is on rerun. And if you guys want to send us a message, please do so if you want to join us next Monday night as we look at Itham by Eric July and do some of his characters. Send us a message. Reach out, call us, shout, whatever. Hope you enjoyed this issue. And until next week, God bless. Peace out.
Until next time.